Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, hi. Welcome back. I apologize, yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Guys, okay, so let me share screen now. Okay.
Tak dapat dengar lah Felicia. Your phone is mute. Your mic is mute.
Okay, can you see now?
Huh? My mic, your mic is mic is mute. Logo.
Can you see my share screen now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So this was a session which I told you I conducted at EPF for the internal trainers as well as retirement advisors. Okay. So I during my session I like to record. I record not for my own use, but this record I will give to the training department. For example, I'll give it to Felicia and you, and this you can also share with the participants to see how far they've progressed. Okay, so they in this program the internal advisors they use their real their real material to practice training. Okay, so what they did was they used their material to conduct training on retirement advice to as well as financial literacy. Okay, so this is a very dry topic, and yet if you look at them, you can see how animated they are and how excited they look when delivering very boring training, very boring topics such as interest, compound interest, and so on. Yeah. Okay. Why? It's because after training, after many rounds of practice, they remember they must be excited talking about the topic. And it is a very important topic that can help their audience to have better lives. Yeah. And they need to be animated. So if you can see, they are not wooden. They don't keep still. They are very animated with facial expression, with hand gestures, with vocal variation, and so on. See, very stylish presentations they can deliver. So for what do you call for technical topics, okay, for engineers normally will deliver technical topics. It's not about compound interest. It's not about financial literacy. Yeah, but it is still technical. It may involve some calculations. Yeah, it may involve it can involve engineering, drawing, and so on. Yeah, schematic drawing as well. Okay, so as you can see, during training sessions like this, they themselves become the participants and they are enjoying the session, yeah, the training which was delivered by their own their own colleagues. Okay, they're talking about their various financial schemes, and look at the hand gestures, right? So So my intention is, yeah, what I hope is after the training session, the participants, which consists of your engineers as well as your engineers as well as your internal trainers, can start delivering like this. Okay, so that's my intention. All right. So how are we going to address this? So there are several things that I've mentioned earlier. So the first is trainer must be excited. Okay, the audience must be engaged. Relevant, the examples must be relevant, not textbook examples. So not textbook examples from America, from US, from UK, from Japan, from Korea, but real life examples from your own factory if possible. Okay? And the PowerPoint must be designed in a stylish manner too. So how do we do this? Yeah, by going through these 4 modules which I've prepared for you. So the first one will be on dynamic delivery. So in this module, I give them tips and some practice on how they can be more animated during the presentation. Hand gestures are important, right? Because the human being is a very visual creature. More than 80% of information we receive through the eyes. So if the trainer and the presenter is not visually engaging, then unfortunately the audience will stop paying attention. And if the audience stop paying attention, then you cannot teach anything to the audience. They will not remember anything. They will not learn anything. So if they didn't learn anything, that means that the training session is not effective. So it's a waste of time. It's a waste of expenses. All right. So I also teach them about how to make proper eye contact and use the correct vocal variation. So if you hear me speak now, this is how I want them to speak with vocal variation. So normally many presenters, inexperienced presenters, when they present, they will speak in a monotonous tone like this. Yeah, they will be speaking in a monotonous tone without any vocal variation. But after teaching them, they'll be speaking like this. They will stop speaking in a monotonous tone and they will be using a lot more vocal variation when they speak. See, so when you emphasize certain words with a louder volume, then the tone will be like this and louder and then louder again, and that makes it more exciting for the audience, and this will help them not to fall asleep when listening to the presentation. And then audience engagement. So if you allow the audience to be engaged with the presentation and the training session, then it becomes more interesting. Otherwise, it becomes very boring. So how do you do that? First, by allowing the audience to ask questions whenever they have. And I want to remind all of you too in this meeting, whenever you have a question, I would like you to immediately tell me what the question is. Very simple. You either speak directly into the microphone or you type into the chat box and I'll attend to you. Yeah, the fastest is by switching on the microphone and tell me what the question is so that I can attend to your question immediately. Don't wait until the break. Don't wait until the end of the program only to ask your questions. And certainly don't call me to ask the question that you have now after Christmas. Okay, so if you want your answer, give it to me now immediately. Okay, during my training session, I like to share this slide that I have. What is the slide? Ah, so this is a slide that I would like to share. Okay, so very early in my training session, normally I will share this slide. What the trainer wants to teach is not as important as what the participants want to learn. Okay, so this is very important. Why? Because what I intend to teach, yeah, what I prepared in the syllabus may not necessarily be something that the audience want to learn or which is relevant to your work. Yeah, for example, if I'm a safety trainer, okay, if I'm a safety trainer and I come to your factory, or I start the training by telling, now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming to the safety training session. Today, I'm going to teach you about safety working in enclosed space. Okay. Now, I continue teaching. And then right until the end, after one day teaching, 8 hours of teaching, suddenly one participant tell me, actually, yeah, Encik Azmi, actually, at XFAB here, we don't work in enclosed spaces. Oh, very sorry. Why didn't you tell me earlier? You should have told me earlier. All right. Okay, you don't work in enclosed spaces. Okay. All right. Then I will change the topic to working with electricity safely. Oh, that's more relevant, you see. All right. So if the audience can tell the trainer what is relevant, then the trainer on the fly can customize the training and the examples to make it more relevant. But if the trainees and the participants don't ask any questions, then the trainer cannot customize to make it relevant. Okay. But the reason why many participants and trainees don't ask any question is because some trainers at the start of the training session, they tell the audience this sentence. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have with me 257 slides. Please don't ask any questions because I want to show you all my slides. And what happens? And what happens, Felicia, when the trainer tells you that? What happens, Felicia? Yeah.
Keep quiet, Ami.
Keep quiet only, isn't it? Keep quiet, yeah. But in my point of view, as a trainer, yeah, as a trainer, I may have 157 slides, 237 slides, but it is not important whether I show all my slides or not. The more important thing is to be engaged with the audience, to allow them to ask relevant questions, and to give your opinion, experience, as well as solution to the problems that they have raised. Yeah, so that will make the training more useful. And because it is
Azmi,
more useful, yes,
maybe if let's say you do the session, right, what you can do is because for us, definitely the trainer, right, we will, for this program, we already said that these are the tools that we want to provide you with, for example, tips on how to manage nervousness, how to handle how to conduct a proper presentation. So maybe you said this is what you will learn. Now you can ask the audience, is there anything else that you want to
yeah,
take from this session? Then it can
correct.
help because we also want to give them the gist of the topic, but we also want to address what are the other needs that they may not be covered in our original topics. Yeah, so that we
And,
can balance out. That it
and
can also be the solution. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that I agree as well. I agree as well. Uh, but there'll be many times as well that has happened. Yeah, what the trainer actually intend to teach is not relevant at all. For example, yeah, I may have a module overcoming nervousness. Okay. And then when I start teaching this topic, and then the participants come and tell me, actually, Encik Azmi, actually, we don't have any problem with overcoming nervousness. We are not nervous because we have 20, all of us are very experienced trainers ourselves. We have more than 20 years of training experience. So we are not nervous. Okay, in that case, we can skip this topic and let's address other more advanced issues. You see? Yeah. So that is why feedback from the audience is important, and I show them this slide for that purpose. All right. So this helps to make the training session a more engaging session. Okay. So that one will address this issue of allowing the question and answers. Of course, they need to be humor. So you also must allow the participants to share their experiences because the trainer very often may not have all the answers. So the audience can help. The audience may have some sharing, some helpful sharing that they want to share. Yeah, some helpful experience they want to share. And then a trainer, in order to make the audience more engaging, the session to be more engaging, then the trainer need to also plan for physical activities, if possible. Physical activities. So for example, if you are teaching how to solder iron, right? So instead of showing in diagrams how to solder or how to clean a particular apparatus, it is better if the soldering iron and any apparatus to be brought in class, or the class to be brought to the site where uh, uh, physical demonstration and physical practice can be had. Okay, right? So that's what I mean by activities. So it's not activities for the sake of activities, but activities to make the session more effective. So for example, in my own session, if I were to teach presentation, right? So the activities normally, of course, will involve my participants practicing how to deliver the presentations. So they need to practice. So in my session, we will have that practice. If it is face-to-face, very easy. So have it in class. So they will stand in front of the class and deliver one or two modules of the training. Yeah. And then I will give them feedback. I will coach them how to make it better, how to improve it. I will also teach them how to make energizers, yeah, how to include energizers, high five, claps, and so on, in order to make the session less boring. Okay, so you also need energizers. So in many internal training, unfortunately, the internal trainers don't include any energizers. Normally, external trainers, we have energizers. So I will show them several types of energizers, examples, which they can apply in their in-house training. So this is how we get the audience to be engaged. After that, it's about customizing the syllabus. Customizing the syllabus. So one syllabus may not fit all categories of the audience, all categories of staff. So you need to customize. So for example, safety. So if we talk about safety, safety for the technicians, yeah, it's not the same as safety for the executives and the managers. So it's a different kind of safety we are talking here. So for the technicians, it's the actual physical safety at the workplace. Okay, slippery floor and those kind of things. Yeah. However, for the executives and managers, it's not about that kind of safety, but it's about managing safety. So we are talking about safety program, how to come up with safety program, how to make sure that safety that accidents are properly recorded, actions are taken to avoid recurrence, what kind of reporting that you need to do to DOSH and so on. So that's what we mean by customizing the syllabus. The topic is still safety, but you need to customize it for different audiences to make it relevant. Okay. And then once again, relevant or real examples and experience that the trainer need to share. So we are not talking about textbook. We want actually what you did. So don't say according to the textbook, according to the manual. So they can share, for example, yeah, last year I faced this problem in my department, and this is what I did to troubleshoot that problem. Okay, so that is what we mean by real examples and sharing of experience. So it becomes it becomes more meaningful to the participants. And then the next one is the PowerPoint itself. So the PowerPoint for most presentations, the PowerPoint is the most boring element. Okay, so I will show them how, instead of putting rows and rows of text, how to make it better, how to improve it by reducing text, by using smart art graphics, and also to use design ideas. I'm going to share with you how I do it. Okay, so for example, this is an example of a typical bullet point. Okay, typical bullet point presentation. So what we can do is, can you see here, convert to smart art graphics? Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, so what I do is I just convert to smart art graphics. I can change it to this. Okay. Oh, I don't like that one. I can change it to other layouts. For example, I can change it to this. I can change it. Okay, let's have this. So very fast. Change the color. Don't like this color. Change the color scheme again. Okay. So there you have it. So I've immediately converted the boring bullet point into a more graphical representation of the 4 points: trainer excitement, audience engagement, relevant examples, as well as stylish PowerPoint. Yeah, there's one more thing that I will also show them. Okay, is the use of design ideas. Can you see this here? Design ideas. Can you see my cursor? Design ideas. I put it on design ideas.
Yeah.
Okay, so I press design ideas. It comes out. Okay, and it will suggest. Okay, I don't like this one. Okay, I can use this.
Okay.
I can use this.
Nice.
I can use this. Very quick. Okay, so
Okay.
this is the shortcut that I will show them in order to improve the PowerPoint. So the notes for the training can be in the form of a manual. The biggest mistake that many internal trainers do is they make the handout into the PowerPoint without changing anything. So you have rows and rows and rows of text, right? Like the lectures we used to have in our universities. Yeah. So that is wrong. So a PowerPoint presentation is a visual aid. It is not an extension of the notes. It's not. It is a visual aid. So make it visual. So make it visual. I don't like this. Okay. Let's change this. Okay. I think it's better. Okay. So it's very fast. Yeah. Uh, in the past, in order to change the slide from this to this, used to take hours for one slide. You spend at least 30 minutes looking for sizing the rectangles and all those things. Yeah, but it's now very fast. See, it's very fast. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll be teaching them this tip too. So once again, yeah, what will I teach in the 4 modules for the 1 day program? First, I show them how to be animated during the delivery. Okay, so if it is, let me see if it is, if I can show you. Yeah. Okay, let me stop the share screen. Okay, I'm going to show you what I normally do during my face-to-face training session. Okay. So if it is a face-to-face training session, of course, they will have to stand. Okay. You have to stand and deliver their presentation. So they will have the PowerPoint screen behind them, and I will ask them to practice delivering. Don't look at this screen. Look at the other screen. I know you see my belly button. How do I stop this video? Okay, look at the other one. Okay. Okay, so this is how I teach them. Okay. So I'll ask them, okay, why don't you deliver one module from your training manual? Pretend that the audience are your participants. Okay, pretend that we are your participants. So they start presenting. So if the first presenter presents without using any hand gestures, then I will tell the participants, stop. Please use your hand gestures when you speak. Okay, then they start. If the voice is not loud enough, then I say stop. Speak louder. Okay, if the presenter turns around, right, turns around to read from the PowerPoint projection, then I say stop. Stop, turn around and face the audience when you are presenting. Okay, don't turn around and give your backside to the audience, because the audience will be bored looking at your back. So they need to see your face. Okay, so this is how you do it. Right, so they will do it. I don't know how many participants that you are going to give me, right? If there are 5 or 6, then they can have at least 2 or 3 rounds of individual practice during a 1-day session. If, however, you give me more than 5 to
It's
6
14.
participants, yes.
14 to 16.
Okay, so what I will do is I will have breakout sessions. I will have breakout sessions, yeah. I will have breakout sessions. If you have breakout rooms, then I will put them in different rooms. If you don't have you cannot give me 3 or 4 rooms for practice, then I will do it in that same room. I will break them into 4 groups, and they can practice delivering to their respective group. And what will happen is that in the breakout group, yeah, in the breakout group, what will happen is that I will ask the participants in that group itself to assist me to coach the participant who is presenting. So let's say you give me 20. I break them into 4 groups. So I put them in each corner, one, group 2, group 3, group 4. All right. And then they deliver the presentation. As they deliver the presentation, the participants will assist me. For example, if the presenter is not speaking loud enough, and then I will ask the participant, him or herself, to assist by reminding the participant to speak louder. If not using the hand gestures, use the hand gestures. If they don't understand, tell the participant, I'm very sorry. I couldn't understand a single thing that you're telling us. Can you give more relevant examples? See, so what I've done is, yeah, in this round of practice is that I have inculcated in them, yeah, the culture of peer peer assistance, yeah, the culture of peer learning, so they can continue this after the training session to remind each other the things that they need to do when they are presenting in order to make the presentation a better presentation. Okay, so once they start reminding each other, then you already have this culture of promoting good presentations. Okay, so if you have a 4-day program, even better. Sorry, if you can afford a 2-day program, even better. Yeah. But if never mind, even if you have a 1-day program, it will still be effective. Okay, because of the because of the way I conduct my training. Yeah, it will be a more effective training program if you have more time to allow me to coach your participants. Do you have any question?
No, I don't have. It's quite clear and quite detailed, your explanation. Yeah.
Okay.
So you have 2 form of proposal, right? One is a 1-day, is what you have gone through with us, and another
Yes.
one is the virtual, right?
Yes.
If you
The
have to
the the
conduct virtual, but of
the
course our preference is face to face.
yeah, the virtual, we have a lot more constraints. Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Let me
correct.
let me share you what the constraints are. Okay. So
Okay.
the first constraint is the PCs to be enabled, the microphone and the camera.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. The PC need to be enabled. Now the reason why, because I've conducted quite a number of programs. The training officer tells me, oh, we want the
Yeah, yeah,
participant
yeah.
tell me,
Your line,
yeah,
we
can
can
you
hear
still,
you.
it's not stable. Can you still see me?
Can. Yes, but freeze.
Freeze. Can you still hear
Yeah.
me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
just continue. Yeah. If you can hear me, let's just continue. Okay.
Mm.
Um, During the training session, to my horror, the participants tell me, minta maaf lah Encik Azmi. Kami guna office pejabat tak ada video kamera dan juga mikrofon. Ataupun tak ada video kamera. So difficult to be engaged if there's no video camera. Especially
Mm.
if it is training on communication and presentation because I need to see them.
Yep.
Okay. And then satu lagi, one more issue. Minta maaf lah sebab kita ni dekat pejabat duduk sebelah-sebelah rapat-rapat. So that is another problem. So if they are sitting in the office with their other colleagues, all right, so it's difficult for them to respond, to be responsive. These are some of the constraints that we will face if we do it online. Programs like this better to be held face to face.
Hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely we want face to face.
uh,
So yeah, our because you can see then the whole
Correct.
feature of the people when they present, how they move, how they interact. We
um
know the limitations, so that's why we're hoping that
yes.
we can have it in a face to face.
Yeah, right,
For
right.
your side, because you are based in KL right now, are you based? You are based in KL, right?
I hope to come back because I don't want to come back and then I need to go through the 14-day
Yeah.
quarantine
But
just
where
to
do you base
deliver this one
actually?
day training. So that's why I have not returned for the last 3 to 4 months.
And so Azmi, just reconfirm, where do you base actually? Are you based in KL or you based in Kuching?
I am normally based in Kuching, but right now I am stranded in KL.
Okay. So
Okay, I hope to be back in Kuching.
okay, so you reside in Kuching.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Uh,
that's the whole idea where when I discussed with Felicia, we were thinking of getting a trainer from Kuching itself
I said that.
because we want to avoid all the unnecessary restriction in terms of the movement control and also all the quarantine. Because for us, if
Correct.
we get the trainer from West Malaysia, then they will have to get quarantine, and we will not want to absorb the cost of
Yeah,
the
I understand.
quarantine.
That one I
Yeah,
understand. That one I understand. But the
yeah.
thing is, even if we want to do it now, I think we still cannot do it, right? Because
Yes, yes. That's why we are not
ah
planning to do it at the moment.
yes,
The earliest we do it will be quarter 1 to get the
yes,
things
I think quarter
ready.
will be nice.
Yes, yes.
Quarter
So,
will be nice.
because this is in our next year plan,
Uh-huh.
but we want to finalize first. We want to talk to a few training providers. We
Sure, sure,
actually have
sure. Go ahead.
run this training quite a lot of times before, and we already have the trainer. But this for next year, we wanted to try something different, someone different, and someone local. So
Yes,
that's why we uh, source again. Backup trainer,
right.
a new
That,
trainer.
that's there's one more thing.
Mm,
If I don't know about your culture. Yeah, I'm
mm,
just talking something that's on my mind here. Okay,
yep.
so what I've realized that in many organizations, right, they also want the trainers to speak in 2 languages. You see, if they deliver to the operators and the technician level,
Mm,
so it's preferable to speak in the in BM or the local language instead of English, yeah, because it's more effective when they understand. All right. So if that is a requirement.